So this is a project that we have been putting off for quite some time, and we finally just decided to, you know, just get it over with. This area right here is going to be a prepper pantry, if you will. And right now I got some shelvings and whatnot, but this is just, you know, we come here, we throw things in here, you know, like all these type of things. But no. All of this is going to be full of food. And this is going to be what, Mom? Our second prepper pantry, because our bigger one is an entire loft.
Yeah, so we have most of our stuff is in the loft.
Which is huge.
And so, which is great. It's fine to have the prepper stuff up there, but we were not using this space as, I think, as best as we could have utilized it. Am I talking right? So we had our freezer here, our deep freezer here.
One of them,
and we do use it in the summertime, or yes, in the summer and the winter, whatever. We do use it, but we weren't utilizing the space as best as we could. So
she means high-wise.
Everything, like space up. It wasn't being used. Even these shelving, I don't feel like it's as organized as good as we could organize it.
And we have even canning in here. Look, we have rags.
Here, but I'm hoping that what we're doing is going to work better. So right now we're just in the process of cleaning. We're going to be replacing the light up there. Hopefully it works out how we think it will work out. I'm putting some shelving, replacing the shelving from this white wire shelving to just different sturdier shelving. Yeah,
we got industrial shelving, 1,000 pounds per shelf.
Hoping it works out, and then hoping, like we said earlier, just to use our vertical space as best as possible. Also to store a lot of our bigger stuff, like our canning pots that are taller, that I don't have space for in my current cabinets. How I have them, unfortunately, I don't have cabinet space for big pots and pans. So.
And she's referring to the American canner and
all of our big stuff.
And you got to understand that we pretty much live semi off the grid.
I mean,
if you want to really get technical,
we're not off the grid, but we.
The only thing, hold on, because people may be confused. The only thing that we have on the grid is electricity.
We are on the grid in terms of electricity.
Nothing else.
That's what I mean. We're definitely on the grid for electricity, so we're not off the grid in that sense. But in every other aspect, we definitely try to live that homestead prepper lifestyle. We haul our water, we haul our fuel, we try to do everything as much as we can homemade. Not that we don't buy stuff at the store, we definitely do that. But we're trying more and more to not depend on the store and do stuff homemade.
The stores are just not going to be there forever.
I'm seeing stuff in the ceiling that I don't necessarily like. But
so yeah, this is going to be our second area, and we're going to show you once we finish.
This is going to be more the day-to-day.
Correct. That's the right way to put it.
Everyday use prepper pantry, while upstairs is more the longer-term storage.
Yeah, this is going to be our working pantry. That's it. That's the right way to do it. Where we're going to be having mainly all canned goods and whatnot. And again, this is just a tip of the iceberg. This is just one little shelf that we put in here, just to grab and go.
This is us just showing you how dirty our house is. Good God.
Well, we have an echo going on.
Feels weird.
It feels weird.
Midway through the project, we have taken everything out, put the shelves in, debating on how to organize the shelves. We were going to put one across this way and the other two this way. And we didn't like that. There's a lot of, I don't know, this space is not the greatest, but we're trying to make the best of it. We changed the light out. We are aware that the walls need patching and probably painting, and quite frankly, I don't care at this point. So, we're going to try to organize our stuff on here, see how it looks. Maybe we'll keep it this way, maybe we won't.
But essentially, we're gonna have that one over there is gonna be full of.
This is gonna be nothing but jars.
Yeah, canned goods.
This will be canning, possibly some storage type stuff, like especially underneath here will be storage. but a lot of canning on here too. And then this one I'm gonna use for like my pots, my canning pots, and different appliances that I don't have storage for in the kitchen. Along with, we have our rice and beans down here, some more food storage. I don't know.
Things that we use on the daily basis.
Exactly. So we will see. We'll see how it works. We'll see how we feel about it. But right now, I think it's better use of space than what was here before. I'm hoping. We'll see.
Yeah, I think so. I think the thing is, utilize as much space as you have to the best of your abilities, and we still wanted to have a path in here so we can walk over there
grab stuff out, get stuff out.
Yeah, like look, Mrs. D can walk over there, and she has
hello,
plenty of space to grab whatever she needs, which is the goal.
And my height too, I gotta think about.
Yeah. I have a little bit more space on the top.
So,
but
we didn't. When we were thinking about how to put these shelves together, we had a different thought process of how they were going to be organized than putting them all straight like this. But we'll make do with what we got.
Yeah. That's what happens when you live in a small cabin. I mean, you have to use what you have, and that's it. But the main thing that I really...
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
The main thing right now is I encourage everybody to get as much food as possible.
And that's the goal to... It's one thing... Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but it's one thing... I do that all the time. We want to have a lot of food stored, so a lot of canned food. We have our prepper pantry upstairs for long-term goods. This is more of canning. We also like to have stuff canned and ready to go for summertime, because we like to get out and go and do, and a lot of times it's hot, and we don't want to be having the stove on or the oven on during the summer. So prepping for what works for you and your family, for the area that you're in, and then also having storage, savings and preserving your foods. Yeah,
everything that you put in here is a savings.
Right.
And it's, think about it this way. I have been canning beans for the past week. Every time, right? Every time that we do a canning section for beans, for example, that is 7 meals right there, and one cooking,
or more.
Or more.
I would say I would venture to be close to 10.
So keep that in mind. Every time that you can something, that's meal ready to eat. So, just keep those things in mind. These shelves, if you're gonna ask, they were what, $150?
I think so, $150 a piece.
$150 a piece.
They hold 1,000 pounds per shelf.
Per shelf. I went with this because they do have this bar in the middle, and they do have this little doohickeys in here. This right here, you can literally
joiners.
Joiners, yes, that's the perfect way to put it.
That's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah, and it's just metal, and I mean you got 1,000 pounds, 1,000 pounds on top, the bottom, and whatnot. Every other one that I saw had wood. In our experience,
wood is nice, but it didn't have.
It sagged.
It didn't have, that one particular didn't have like the metal, the middle support, so we didn't want sag. But who knows? Maybe later on, if we feel we need it, we'll add like a thin piece of wood on top. But for now, I think this will be fine.
Yeah. So this is gonna be our working pantry. Aside from our long-term pantry that is an entire loft, and aside from the extra long pantry that is in our prepper shed.
Yeah, that's all the dry.
I tell you all, I was actually telling Dee and Laz, it's like
my brain is in organization mode.
I know. The time that I spent in Cuba, it was always about food. I don't ever want to go through that again. So I focus more on food than anything else. And bullets. Lots of bullets.
And I'm fully aware that custom shelving would have been nice in here, but we wanted something fast.
And functional.
And functional.
And costume equals a lot of money.
And not exactly in time and effort and cutting and I didn't want to do that. It's something, I have limited time where I'm working from home and I can work on a project like this. So I wanted to get it done.
Removing everything and putting everything back together was less than 4 hours. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do.
Well, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. We're going to organize it. But that is it for today. Hope you all have a great one.
See you on the next one.
Bye-bye, everybody.